What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome to another episode of the Jets Life podcast, or the Jet Stream on the Jets Life podcast. Look, Dom, I want to get right into it with you this time. We've done this a few times, and this time I want to get a little real, like with the state of the New York Jets and where they're at. I want to go a little different approach than where we went the last couple of times.
Okay.
I think you and I took like more of a methodical approach, but let's be real.
Okay.
Aaron Glenn, Darren Bougie went 3-14 in their first season as head coach and GM of the Jets. The seat is very hot. They're going to go into this season, and everyone understands the writing is on the wall with what this team is. They don't succeed this year, everyone's fired. So it's not about the long-term success. Obviously, that's something that they would like to eventually get to. So you would like to try and be methodical with it, but let's be real. They don't win games this year. The season's over. So I think that this is going to be more of an aggressive approach of the offseason, more of a winning now type of approach. And honestly, a make or break type of season for Aaron Glenn and Darren Bougie. So we're going to go into this whole offseason kind of projection type of thing with all of that in mind. So it's first things first, not much going on right now. We're going to jump right into the free agency news. Free agency updates, whatever. Obviously, some names out there that people want to hear about that I don't really want to talk about, but we'll talk about them anyway. But first off, happy birthday, bro. How's it feeling?
Thank you, man. Oh, man, I tell you, it's my last year of my 40s, man. I'm going to hit the big 5-0 next year, man. But thank you.
No problem. You guys do anything? Like down in Delray?
No,
Not going to Honey's?
No Honey's. We're saving that for the draft. Honey's at the draft. Right. We went on Valentine's Day. We did like a combo, dinner and birthday kind of thing. We went to Patrizia's in Deerfield, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time. Laid low Sunday. Monday last night we went out to Turtle Tavern. Had a little small cake, and there we are.
There you go. And here we are, segueing into the Jets offseason. Put together a slide deck, went through some, available free agent targets. Obviously, I'm not going to fit all however many free agents there are on a slide deck. I just kind of went through, siphoned through the top of the list, and we can go through some of these guys if you want, or just get right to it. Who we think that Jets could sign, would sign, completely skip positions if we want, and kind of push them to the draft. Obviously, you can't resolve all the Jets' needs in one foul swipe. So let's get right into it. Obviously, we just mentioned what we're talking about. It's going to be the free agency period. A lot of cap space, a lot of needs. Let's get right into it. Cap space. Listen, I think we all understand Jets are around $80 million in cap space. Fields is gone. They're probably going to post June 1 him and get that $10 million. So Jets are sitting pretty at right around $90 million in cap space. A lot of holes to fill. A lot of room to go. I don't see any other free agent cut or roster cuts out there. There's money out there, but nothing worthwhile. But anything you see here as far as other avenues to create more cap space?
Not really. I mean, no. I know they're discussing possibly Phillips restructuring his deal to save like another $5-6 million possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I mean, really nothing else. I mean, I think we got rid of the big stuff. I mean, getting rid of Quinnen's contract and Sauce's contract, saved a lot. But I think this is perfect. 90 mil, we saved 10. Justin Fields, bye-bye. See you later. And let's move forward.
They're actually eating. I mean, well, they're saving, but they're also eating a lot of the cap space on those two guys.
Oh, they really?
Jeez. Which is why the cap number isn't as
high as it should be.
As we would like. But for a team with as many holes, you would think they would have more cap space. But that's the reason why they're dealing with I forget the number right now, but I think it's like somewhere up to $60 million in dead cap. I can look it up here in a moment.
I know Aaron Rodgers has a lot of that, right?
Yeah, he's $35 million of it.
I'm pretty sure Quinnen has something to do with that too.
Believe it or not, I looked at the other day, CJ Mosley's still on there. It's like such a disaster.
Jeez, it's almost like Bobby Bonilla contract, right?
I was dead wrong. $92 million in dead cap.
92. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
They'd be sitting at 180 million in cap space if this was like a clean bill of health over here.
Hey, at least you know next year you're going to have 92 available coming up, right?
And that's why they have like 100 almost $200 million of cap space next year.
Yeah, that's the perfect
35
year.
to Rodgers, 11 to Sauce, 10 to Quinnen, another 8 to CJ. Michael Carter 7, Quincy's about 5, so it's a little bit trickling out now. Still paying Lazard.
Jesus.
Jeez. Anyway, so yeah, so there's the cap space, about roughly $90 million. Maybe there's avenues to create a little bit more, but let's say they fall around $90 million.
How much of that 90 has got to be set aside for the draft? 16, 17?
So around 16, but the way it works with the draft is, or with like your free agent signings and stuff like that, it's more the money you need during the season than the draft capital, because they have enough of a floor on their top 51 where they'll probably sign enough players to where like the draft capital doesn't really matter. So yeah, it is going to be at 16, but for every player you sign, you knock a player down at the top 51, and each player at the top 51 is $1 million. So let's say you sign somebody a $5 million deal.
Right.
Well, they're really going to only count against your cap by $4 million because you're knocking $1 million down the peg. Is how it kind of works. But yeah, I mean, they'll have something to work with. But yeah, it's really the in season signings, which you want about another 15 or so million. We know the Jets always need it. There's always injuries on this friggin' team, so they're gonna go at it. So I'll go team needs really quick, and this is obviously just a really high level list. I'm not going to every. Obviously, they might need they're going to need multiple receivers. They're going to need, multiple offensive linemen from a depth standpoint. Running back, I think, is still a need. Obviously, you got Breece Hall out there as a potential bring back option, and obviously the biggest
Allen and Chris, what is his name over there? Isaiah Davis,
Braylon Allen, plenty of options on the roster, but obviously, the biggest need is at the top of this list at quarterback, and we'll start right there. Oh, defensive needs too. Forgot how I organize this.
We need a whole brand new team.
Yeah, basically we need multiple at every position. Now, I went a little bit of a different approach here. I think more signs than not show that we're going to probably transition to a 3-4. And I don't see a player on the Jets roster right now as it currently stands as a true nose tackle. So that's going to be a need. Problem is, I don't really see many players on the free agent market that kind of stick out to me as like filling that need, but that's going to be a need, probably one you address in the draft. Because I'm not thrilled by anybody in free agency at nose tackle. Edge rusher, outside linebacker, inside linebacker, safeties and corners. I should have also put defensive end on here too, because technically defensive end, edge rusher, outside linebacker, they're all kind of intertwined.
We're probably looking at a potential at least close to 10 brand new starters is probably what it's going to be.
I envision a new wide receiver, although right. I just don't know. We'll get into it, but
yeah,
guard potentially. But defense, where it's going to be like a complete overhaul, is what I think. Actually, I hopped on Dane's show a couple days ago, and we had Ryan, who was on our show as well a few weeks back, or a few months back now. He said he wants to come back on, but he handled the offense, which good luck there, and I handled defense, and I literally did like completely revamp. To where I think I had a good 6 or 7 new starters on defense, more or less.
It's a complete overhaul, dude.
It was. So,
I mean, 11 players on defense, dude, and 7 brand new players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got ahead of myself a moment ago, but here we are.
Yeah, the quarterback options.
You're into the quarterback options, and it is not a pretty list. Marcus Mariota, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. Mitch
Oh, yeah.
Trubisky, Carson Wentz, Gardner Minshew.
Oh my
There were
gosh.
other names out there. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, forget about that guy. That guy's glass. You know, I mean, you look at these quarterbacks here. I know none of them, gives you any fuzzies or anything like that. But one question I have: out of all these quarterbacks, who do you think can possibly? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but no one thought Ryan Fitzpatrick in 2015 was going to do what he did. If any of these quarterbacks can do anything, which one would you think could be the one?
What they don't say about the Fitzpatrick here is the Jets still had they went that previous offseason and spent some money on defense.
Yeah,
They had Brandon Marshall.
they traded for Decker. I think no, they signed Decker.
They signed Decker, and I think they traded for Marshall that year.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. You're right.
So you're talking about an offense that had some good firepower. Offensive line was, you still have guys like Mangold and Ferguson there.
Mhm.
You know, they had a lot of good talent on that roster. Don't forget, was it Bilal Powell? That was before his injuries started creeping in. Still had Quincy Enunwa, who was in
Yeah,
his
I know
first or second year.
the team was good. It was a good team. I'm just saying,
It
like,
was well
out of all
rounded.
those quarterbacks, though, I mean, any of
Yeah.
these quarterbacks could be walking into almost the kind of same situation. If you think about this for a second,
No, I don't know about that.
let's say we draft a receiver at 16. Let's say we get one of those guys. We'll trade up and get one of them. Now you have Garrett Wilson, another receiver. Running backs, let's say you have Brees Hall. You got a good offensive line. I'm not saying it's great, but it's good. I mean,
It's good. I still need to see a lot more before I'm comparing it to an offensive line that had Nick Mangold and Brickshaw Ferguson.
I agree totally.
So I mean, I think that's a little different. And plus, that was a very veteran team as well. A lot of good leadership still on the team. Many different factors on that team that this team does not scream that at all.
No.
And say what you want about Todd Bowles, but you know
Yeah,
he's shown a lot more than Aaron Glenn up until this point.
he definitely did. That is for sure.
He's actually stuck around with the Bucks for another season, so I don't know who has the most upside here. I mean,
On this list, yeah.
the only one that has you could say has the most upside is probably Mariota, just because he's not as old as Joe Flacco. He's still only what 32, something like that. I think around there.
How old's Wentz?
I
don't know, man. Yeah. He did have a great year, though. I mean,
well, what happened there? Why did it go? Chill out.
There you go.
Nah, I'm good with Wentz.
Nah, but you're right. I mean, out of this list, I think the most realistic. I may even think there might be two guys coming, not just one. How about that?
From this list?
Yeah.
I think if there's two guys coming, they go with someone on this list, and they probably go with Tyrod, give him another $2 million, $3 million deal or something like that, just to stick around.
Yeah.
I don't think they're because you look at this list, let's say you want Mariota.
Okay.
You're probably gonna give him a 1 to 2 year contract in the neighborhood of $8 million a year, 10, maybe even 10. Zach Wilson got $6 million a year. I keep going back to that. It's the old kind of football mind tells me oh, Mariota's only worth $5 to $6 million. It's but Zach Wilson, who showed
he got $6
million squat for years,
oh,
signed $6 million a year ago with the Dolphins. Mariota at least shows he can come in there and keep the ship from sinking.
No, I think between Mariota and probably Mitch Trubisky is my second favorite on this list. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. I do like Joe Flacco, but he is 40. What is he turning? 42?
Old.
Yeah, man. Listen, but he still throws the rock, man. He could still definitely throw that rock. But I'm more on the Mariota first, Trubisky number 2 on this list.
You don't want a year of Minshew mania?
I haven't seen him play in 2 years now? I mean, I don't even know I don't even haven't seen him play nothing.
I was kid. But I tell you what, he got the Jaguars the first overall pick a few years back though. So
Shit.
although he missed some time, I do remember that.
Yeah,
And
he missed a lot.
benched him. They benched him late in the year because they didn't want him bringing that
Yeah,
swag
wins.
to
Oh, yeah.
potentially win a game or two. Good
Jeez.
times. So yeah, I think it's Mariota here. I think they bring in another low level like type of thing, just like kind of get them to training camp type of deal. Another training camp arm. I know they have what's his name over there?
Your
Bailey
boy?
Zappi. They have Bailey Zappi under contract as like another camp arm. They're gonna keep Brady Cook on the roster for a little bit, but he's not gonna last for too much longer, I don't think.
Yeah, no way.
But yeah, I think Mariota probably around that, like we'll call it 2 years, $16 million, probably more or less. Like just he's probably gonna want some stability potentially. And I think that's a good option.
About that. I mean, he might even get $10 million a year.
Yeah, I guess that too.
You know?
We'll call it 220 then.
Yeah, let's go 2 for 20 on that.
2 for 20 million.
And then bring Tyrod back, like you said, for another 2-3 million. And boom, quarterback room set, and we're gonna draft a rookie in like the 4th round or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the reason too why you might want to go 2 years with Mariota, let's say you are in the market for another quarterback next year, which you probably will be.
It's a good bridge quarterback.
You could probably stick with Mariota to start for a little bit, maybe, unless the fan base has gotten sick and tired of him, like they always do with anybody that plays quarterback in the green and white. You know, I think that's a good kind of thing to focus on here. Is like if he does stick around, you can stick him for another year. He could at least start the season next year.
Yeah, I agree totally.
Unless the Mannings say we're only going to let Arch come out if you guarantee a starting job, then sorry, Mariota.
Yeah,
move over this time. Don't make the same mistake
the last time.
Yeah,
so there we are.
Don't make the same mistake that Parcells made. But yeah, so I think that makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about a 2-year contract like that is you kind of move money around in a good way. You don't have to like kind of eat it all in 1 year, which kind of want to do because you're already paying Justin Fields $10 million or $13 million, whatever it is this year. Can move some money around that way. Wide receiver options, another area where it's a little concerning to me. And this is what I was saying earlier. Like when I was given the option of like being like the defensive GM or offensive GM on Dane show the other day, it's like I don't know why anyone would volunteer to be the offensive guy because it is so hard to fill out offense. And that's why a lot of people say, like, you know, you really want to build offense through the draft primarily. Obviously, you want to still build a good defense, but you really want to build a good offense in the draft because all the good offensive players, like skill position wise, quarterbacks, they don't leave. They get franchise tagged. I mean, who's the last big name wide receiver to hit the open market without being released?
Without being released? Geez, oh my gosh. I mean, the only thing I can think of.
Like, I think Evans hit the open market, but that was like
he was staying with freaking.
Yeah, he was staying with Tampa. Like there was no like there was like a handshake deal. Oh, we'll work something out. Let's just like work things out. Let's get other people to come back. I think that was after winning the Super Bowl, maybe, and they just wanted to like run it back with as many people as possible.
I think the last notable wide receiver free agent that hit the market was Alan Lazard. I mean, you know what? Christian Kirk, I mean, when he came out, I mean, he got that big contract from the Jacksonville.
Yeah, but nobody expected that. Nobody expected that contract that
I remember that.
Was it Jacksonville gave it to him, right?
Yeah, Jacksonville gave it to him. He came from Arizona, didn't he? Yeah, that was
originally
crazy.
From Arizona, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody was I think he signed for like $18 million a year or some shit like that. Ugh. Nobody was expecting that.
But even on this list here, I mean, I think we should bring back John Mechie. That's for sure. I mean,
yeah, and I put him on here just because he's like listed as a free agent, but I think the way it works out with a restricted free agent is like you sign him a draft slot. It's probably going to cost around $3 million to bring Mechie back, so it definitely makes sense to do that.
100%. I mean, anybody else on this list do anything for you? I mean, listen, Wan'Dale Robinson, I wouldn't mind, but it's going to cost you, man. He's going to probably get anywhere from 12 to 15 million a year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things. Like, it depends what team he goes to. Like, I can see him signing like a 3-year, $30 million contract with with an established quarterback. Like, I think he might do something like that to go to Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like, play with Josh Allen, or that tends to happen a lot. Like, a receiver has like basically the option: go to a team with no freaking quarterback for a boatload of money, or go to this team that has an established quarterback that you're going to be getting stats up the wazoo for a reasonable contract to go there. And sometimes receivers, aren't always about the money. They are about winning at times too. I don't know what Wan'Dale Robinson's motivation is. Why he wants to get paid
with the Giants, man. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
especially get Harbaugh there now and all that.
I can see a situation where Harbaugh doesn't want to invest in the offensive line. He's already got Malik Neighbors there. They have a top 5 pick.
Yeah, true.
There's going to be plenty of options of wide receiver there as well if they wanted to address it that way. You may also want to go draft heavy in the top of the draft, considering there's like a slew of pass rushers at the top of this draft. So I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson could be an option there. Shaheed's another option, but I think Shaheed he's a weird one. Like, he could get paid, but he's also like on that and that's the problem here, and that's why I think the Jets cannot go big game fishing here. It's like,
no way.
You're either going to overspend.
You're missing on this list too. The kid from Indianapolis, Pierce, isn't he a free agent?
I just don't think he's going to make it. Is the thing.
Oh, I see.
I think he's going to get tagged, and even if he doesn't, like, it goes back to the situation. The Jets are going to have to pay him $25 million a year.
No, I don't want him.
So, I mean, like, it's such because everyone's gonna give him $20 million a year. That's not even like
true. That's basically right.
No question about it. He's gonna have that offer from everybody. For the Jets to separate themselves, having no quarterback and no real plan at quarterback, let's be real, you're gonna have to show a receiver something else other than the wide receiver, the quarterback room.
Dude, you're gonna have to overpay, and that's just the way it's gonna be to bring these guys in. And honestly, you're right. None of these guys on this list, I mean, no, I'm not even interested in. I mean, like I said, we bring John Mechie back because he's on the team. He has no choice. And that's it. And we draft a receiver. Like you said, build the offense through the draft.
I mean, the only other no, because I think he's going to get close to $10 million a year to Juwan Jennings. Yeah, I think that's the problem here. I do like him, but.
Yeah, but these are all like number 3, number 4s, bro. There's not even a clear number 2 on this team. Even though Juwan Jennings would be a number 2 on our team, though.
Yeah, well, I think Juwan Jennings would be a number 2 on a lot of teams, but no. If you want to go low risk type of situation with a guy like Sterling Shepard, could probably get him for about $2 or $3 million. But I just go back to it. Why the heck? Like, if you're a player like that, you're getting $2 million from anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
why you want to come to the Jets?
Like, why would you take $2 million of Woody's money when you can go somewhere that probably has better opposite quarterbacks? So, I mean, I think that's the nature of where the Jets are at right now. Is you kind of just have to go with like what the board tells you. And
what about Tyreek?
Nah. Ooh, the Jets?
Jeez, can you imagine that shit? Oh my gosh.
I don't know, man. I can't stop with some of this shit. Yeah, it's going to be a very uneventful situation. I mean, who knows? I know we talked about it earlier, like Jets going crazy in free agency, but I just don't understand the logic of going crazy on wide receiver money-wise. Unless it was like, some weird situation where like, T. Higgins was available and you just wanted to throw a shitload of money at him because you had all intentions on just getting a quarterback in this draft, whatever.
Right.
A little bit of different story. I don't see that with any of these other players. You know what I mean?
No,
like, I don't see a player like that I'd be going buck wild on. You're probably not picking a quarterback until 2027, and at least one that you really want.
Right.
So just doesn't make sense to go crazy like that. All right, moving along. I think I added other names to this. I just think it comes down to the top two names, in my opinion. I don't know. I think just want continuity one way or the other. Either the guy that started most of the games last year or the guy you expected to start a lot of games next year or last year. What's your opinion here? Which direction you think, if you gun to your head, where are they
Gun
going?
to my head, I think the Jets bring back John Simpson and AVT walks. You know, I personally love Elijah Vera Tucker, but he can't stay healthy. And we can't have another year of him going into this offensive line and getting hurt. And guess what? We're stuck. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think John Simpson is going to get anywhere from 10 to 12 million a year too. Just keep that in mind. Yeah. AVT probably get anywhere from 8 to 10 a year. So really, it's one of those tricky things, because I know for a fact if we don't sign Elijah Vera Tucker, he's going to go off somewhere else and he's going to be friggin' like the best fucking guard in football.
So I asked you a question there. So you said John Simpson getting 10 to 12 and AVT's getting 8 to 10?
Yeah.
And at that value, you're not taking AVT?
No, I'd rather take, but the thing is, three season-ending injuries, dude. I mean,
yeah, but so my thing is, I think it's kind of the other way around. I think John Simpson finds himself somewhere around 8 to 10, and AVT probably gets somewhere from 10. And if someone's really, really freaking aggressive, 14. I can see like a team like the Raiders who's desperate for offensive line help. If AVT shakes free, they might very well throw the bag at him.
I mean, I know the Jets really love Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Glenn loves him. I mean, listen, one of these two guys are definitely coming back. They're not letting.
If you're telling me the market for AVT is less than John Simpson, it's a home run. Like that's not even a question.
The only reason why
I just think
it's going to be less is because, like I said, I mean, he had 3 season-ending injuries, bro. I mean, 5 years he's with the Jets. 3 of them were early too. It wasn't even like through the mid-season or anything like that. It was early in the season. He's out for the year, 3 times.
But I think going back to like if you're getting AVT for less money than John Simpson,
it's a home run.
I'm signing AVT, and then I'm also getting some insurance through the back end guard market and through the draft, maybe getting a second round pick, someone that you can see being the future guard.
Bro, they got the 16th pick. If they went with the best guard in football at 16, I wouldn't be mad.
All right, so where are you landing? You land John Simpson?
No, let's go Tucker. Let's go Tucker, and let's bring him in for $12 million a year. 1 year, prove it deal. Maybe give him like a 2 for 24, 2 for 23, something like that. What are you thinking?
For who?
AVT.
For Vera Tucker?
Yeah, let's go that route. The name sounds better.
Were you saying Vera Tucker for 1 year 12 or 2 year contract?
Yeah, what do you think? They're gonna bring it on a 1 year deal? You think there'll be it has to be a 2 year deal?
So I think they would like to get him under contract on some sort of 2 year contract, but I think the problem's going to be is he knows his worth more or less, and the market probably is going to be out there for a multi-year contract for him, so he'll probably revert back to like a 1 year deal, probably around $12 million, in hopes of having a healthy season
and then getting paid,
and then getting paid next year.
So let's do that 1 for 12.
Yeah, that's kind of where it lands.
Okay.
All right. So here is one of my kind of like more difficult routes of this whole thing is you're going to have to shift this team in some way. So let me first hit you on something I kind of talked some with the other night. The Jets are going to have to make a decision on Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson. One of these two is likely got to go. Jermaine coming off the Achilles injury wasn't great. Will McDonald, first year in Aaron Glenn's system, playing more of a 3-4 edge role. 4-3 edge player role. Wasn't the player you want him to be, especially against the run. Obviously needs some improvement. Kind of lost some gas at the end of the year. Wasn't the elite pass rusher we wanted. He got like all of his sacks in like 3 games.
Yeah, that's basically what he got.
So if you had to pick between the two, and not even talking financials yet, I can get into the financials on that in a moment here. But if you had to pick between the two, ABT or Will McDonald, just from an ability standpoint, who are you kind of leaning towards keeping versus getting rid of?
Well, you got to look at the system they're going to be running now. It's going to be a 3-4 system, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Most likely it's going to
Most likely.
generate
That's kind of what it looks like.
So if I just because of that alone, I'd probably lean more towards McDonald, keeping McDonald, yeah.
Yep.
And trading Jermaine Johnson.
Okay.
That's probably the route I would go.
And that's kind of the route I lean towards. Now let me show you the financials of this whole thing.
Okay.
You're getting trade value for either one of them. I mean, to some extent. So let's say you traded these guys. You're saving $13 million by trading Jermaine Johnson, and you're only saving $2 million by trading Will McDonald.
So this is going into his 3rd year, right?
Will McDonald? This is going into his 4th year.
A 4th year coming up?
Yeah, because we signed on the year we got Rodgers. We had the 2 Rodgers years, but the one. Yeah, so this is going to be his 4th year.
4th year. So yeah.
So you're gonna have to make a decision on his 5th year option as well. So.
Yeah, but we're still ahead of the game there. I mean, it's a prove it year for him too, though.
But you got to make the decision right after the draft. It's not a.
Oh, it's one of those. I mean, they're probably going to keep him around then.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making a decision, so you either got to give Will McDonald 1 extra year at probably around the same $13 million number, probably a little bit more actually, because I think Jermaine Johnson was drafted like 26 or whatever it was, and he was drafted like in the teens. So a little bit more than $13 million probably on his 5th year. Or you're going to have to pay Jermaine Johnson a new contract.
And to be honest, listen, I love Jermaine Johnson. I love his values and all that, but he's just not going to work for our 3-4 system. He's not suited for that.
I think he could work as like a 3-4 end, but I think Will McDonald kind of screams 3-4 outside linebacker.
I agree.
A little bit too much. So that's kind of where I went, and I think the logic here is you go with Will McDonald, you trade Jermaine Johnson, you effectively are adding a good $13 million in cap. You're basically paying for Elijah Vera Tucker's contract.
Yeah,
is what you're doing.
It's a home run,
by doing that, and opening the avenues to really kind of restructuring this entire front seven is what you're going to have to do.
Yeah, I mean that's where they're going to be going.
Starting with edge, and this is where I went a little crazy overboard. Tell me what you think here. Like you got an elite pass rusher when he's doing his thing on one side. Will McDonald, he's a one-trick pony, but when he's doing that trick right, he looks like he can do it really well. And then you get a guy who's a do-it-all type of edge, outside type of player that can support the run in Kwity Paye. He's a guy that's going to cost you probably a premium dollar in the tone of about $18 to $20 million a year, but you're establishing a front seven with a little bit more of an identity. And it is where I go back to like the whole let's talk real for a minute here. Like, let's really talk real here. Aaron Glenn has been demoted internally from head coach to defensive head coach, more or less.
It is basically
his calling card at this point in time. The only thing he can really push towards next year, because we know the issues the offense are going to have. They're not going to really their ceiling is not high unless they figure out something magical at quarterback. The only crutch that Aaron Glenn could potentially have is my defense went
top
from
5.
32, well,
to like
top 5 would be a miracle. Even top 15 would be like a massive jump. If one top 10, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of stuff has changed from his coaching.
I agree.
So I think when you look at free agency, they're going to have a lot of money to spend, and and ideally, you're going to infuse this defense with a lot of talent, so he has that lever, and then being able to say, "Hey, I brought this defense to this next tier. next year in the draft, I'm going to be able to draft a quarterback because chances are Jets are still going to be picking top 10 to some degree. And once I get a quarterback in this building, then see what I can do. That's his only real lever to being a coach here in 2027. The chance of that happening, I think, are very, very slim. Let's be real.
I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, you're going to have to basically, Aaron Glenn would have to just like, all right, listen, we're not getting our quarterback. Okay. You see what free agency is available. Where can we thrive? It's going to have to be on defense. So he's going to try to build this defense to be something like, wow, okay, maybe we can win 6-7 games with this defense. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe a miracle, 1 or 2 games with the offense. And then here we are sitting at 7-8 wins, saves his job next year.
I don't think 7-8 wins possible.
I know. I'm on the same boat as you, but imagine, you're right. Imagine they build this defense through the draft and through free agency where it's a top 10 unit. Let's say he's 10-12. You're going to win games with that.
I think the absolute ceiling for this team is like 4 wins. Like I'm like, because, and again, I mean, let's let Aaron Glenn prove us wrong, but every single game the Jets go into, more or less, they're going to have a major deficiency at head coach. I think I went through it. I think you can point the finger securely at him being the worst coach in the game in 14 of the games, or I think it was 13 of the games, and that's only because there was a handful of coaches that you don't even know what they are yet. Wow. Jeff Hafley from Miami, the Raiders coach, Kubiak, you don't know what he is yet. Like, that's just giving him the benefit of the doubt that we just don't know who these guys are. That's not saying that he is better than them. That's just saying I don't know what these guys are yet. And then, like, compound that with the fact that they're going to go into most of these games with a deficiency at quarterback as well. You can't go into any game with deficiency at both and think you're going to walk away with a win. You're going to steal some. It's just the way it is. We saw it happen this year. But anyway, sticking to the topic here.
Yeah.
I mean, again, going back to this, like, they're going to have to make a splash on defense. And I think it's the only way this whole thing is going to turn on. You cannot go into next year with a bunch of one-year contracts like you did this year. You got to splash somewhere. And I think the big splash that makes a lot of sense and fits with what this team is potentially molding into is a guy that can support the edge. So I say around 4 years. I think when I did, I said like $74 million or something like that, but I think it's going to get more to $80 million, probably around $20 million a year.
$20 million a year.
Yep.
Let's do that. We're almost out of our money, bro.
Huh?
We're almost out of money.
Not really. So, and again, we're only like kind of stacking the top of this roster. So you got Marcus Mariota, 2 years, $20 million. That's $10 million per year. But again, you can backload these things. Probably they're going to have to. Mechie's getting on for $3 million a year. We have the AVT for $12 million a year, but we also cut or traded away Jermaine Johnson.
Even money right there.
So that's even money. And then this guy's $20 million. So you're sitting at around, even if you took average value, around $36 million of our cap.
Mm-hmm. And we got 4 starters. Let's go.
Yeah, and we got 4 starters. Well, Mechie I wouldn't really consider a starter. I would say is probably a third or fourth option. But you still have A.D. Mitchell there, and you're probably going to have to draft a receiver early in this draft to supplement this offense a little bit.
You know what? You may not have to, though. If
you will.
You may. Think of next year.
Well, no, I agree with that, but you still need a second receiver on this team. Like, for the issues you're going to have at quarterback, you're going to have to figure out a way to be creative and getting points. And you also don't hire Frank Reich saying you're the offensive head coach and say good luck. Here's John Metch and A.D. Mitchell. Have a blast.
You got to give him something.
Yeah, you got to give him something. You're already not going to be able to give him a quarterback. You got to give him some sort of support, something you'll work with. I can see him getting creative, like in the trade market. Like every year, there's like a
receiver that pops up.
It was like a couple years, like a big name, like every other year. There's always a receiver that pops up. Like, who?
AJ Brown. He's too much drama. He ain't got to come to the Jets either, bro.
He's mad. He's mad. Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl last year.
Oh gosh, that would be pretty insane.
I feel if Marcus Mariota comes knocking. That's insane. So Kwity Paye, we talked about that. 4 years, $20 million per year. And then I do think you still want to round out some other needs at edge. You want to get some depth. We're losing Michael Clemens, bro. We got to figure this out. So
we might not.
Also going Marcus Davenport as another option.
Worked with Glenn for Green Bay, right? Davenport.
With Detroit. I don't know if he was with Detroit last year. I think he was with Detroit last year too. I know he signed with. He was with Glenn in Detroit a couple years ago. I think he was with Detroit last year and got injured. But what you're looking here is just someone who knows the way Glenn runs things on that defensive line. Because this is going to be a year where Glenn's going to have to bring in his guys. Because obviously
he would have to. 100%.
His guys coach from the coaching standpoint. What was that?
He was 100%. This is like you said, man. It's going to be make or break for him.
Yeah. I mean, there's other names here, Yetur Gross-Matos, but he's going to be another player that's going to be like a big money contract probably is where he's going to get. Caleb Von Chason, I mean, he had down years with Jacksonville, good year with New England. He probably just sticks with New England, if I had to guess. Al-Qadim Muhammad's another one I was kind of thinking through as well. But I think overall, most logical thing, you can get Davenport probably on cheap, like 2 years, call it $8 million, something like that. He's in the building. He knows the system.
He's a vet too. You know,
he's a veteran, former top. I think he was like a top 20 pick in the draft. I feel like he got overdrafted back at the time, but still someone that that Aaron Glenn knows. I
was hearing like a possibility of a trade with who was it? So the Jets trading away like maybe a Sherwood, not Sherwood, the kid from Tennessee, the defensive tackle.
DeAndre Sweat?
Yeah, yes, him. Like trading for him and sending Salah Jermaine Johnson. Let's go to business, bro. At least now you get your big man up front. What is he, like 350-pound monster? Pac-Man.
I just don't see why Salah would want to trade him. Is the thing.
He's the same thing. He's not that type of guard. He's not that type of defensive tackle that he's going to be running. He's going to be running that 4-3.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player, though. I can't see Salah just getting rid of a pretty good player for
one of his players. He would love to have friggin' Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, we say that, but like,
who knows?
We all know Jermaine Johnson had a down year last year with the Achilles and everything like that. I don't know. It'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, you got to explore. I think the Jets are going to be doing things like that too, man. They're going to be exploring every avenue, trades. Like they're going to get a trade out of nowhere. We're like, holy crap! How the hell did we get that player?
Well, I think that's where they got to get creative. They have so many draft picks, like 14 or something like that.
Yeah, use them.
You know, a lot of them are day 3. So, but hell, we saw what they did last year with day 3 picks. They were able to get in Dwan Briggs. They were able to get in what's his face over there, Brownlee. They were able to get a few players in the building.
Yeah.
Phillips. Yeah. So I didn't think they need to use the trade market, especially if they want to upgrade wide receiver without like feeling like you have to draft a wide receiver in the first round, like or early in the second round if you don't really want to. Because I mean, chances are all the 3 guys, and we've done mock drafts so many times, and every single time, all 3 are gone by the time you get 16.
Listen, the only way you get one of those receivers, you got to trade up, or you just wait to the second round and take best available receiver at that point, and then nothing special. You know what I'm saying? You'll end up maybe with a Boston or that guy. What was his name over there? Ed Cardinal. You know,
Boston's trending up a little bit more. Like, and he's the type of player like I like the 20s. Like if the Jets were sitting there in the 20s, I don't really like him. I don't really love him at 16. Like. That's the thing, like, and that's what happens sometimes when you have these runs on receivers. You know, teams get desperate for receivers. The teams also get desperate for quarterbacks. Teams also get desperate for pass rushers. Those limited positions that you just don't find in free agency anymore. The only way to get a good one is sometimes going early in the draft and being splashy in that like. But
I think they're going to be maneuvering that board like crazy, dude. I really do.
For the Jets?
Yeah. I think they're going to be making some deals, trying to move up and move back. They're going to be doing some crazy things. I mean, I really do think we're going to end up with 5 players out of the top 100, all said and done. And we're at now 4.
Most likely. I mean, they're picking 4 in top 45.
Right. What's another
and they're
one?
Picking 103. So all they would have to do is trade up 4 spots, and you got that.
Yeah, true.
They just need to hit on the players, man. It's just as simple as that. Like, it's just. But all right, let's move along here to defense tackle. Tim Settle was a guy I looked at as a potential like nose tackle type of player for us, but I think he's doing a really good job in Houston. Like another situation, they have a good. What was that?
I think they addressed that position in the draft.
Nose tackle.
Yeah, 100%. I think it might even be the 16th pick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I kind of leaned to. Ignore Levi Onwuzurike's name. He's actually like, I guess there's some weird stipulation with the Lions that he's sticking with the Lions for another year. I don't know what that's about, but I mean, either way, it would have been a little bit of reach anyway. But I like Logan Hall as a defensive end. It says defense tackle, but more as like a true like defensive end player. Again, like the guys listed here are more defensive tackle type of players, not necessarily nose tackle type of players. Logan Hall was one I liked, but again, that's going to be another big time contract, and I did go big time on defense with it.
What about JFM? He's going to be a free agent. You don't have him on this list. I think he'd be perfect for that 3-4.
Because I just don't think he's going to want to come back here. Like there's a lot of people who just think he wants to come back because he played here. But like,
yeah, I get it. No, I understand that.
I don't know. Like, first off, he left kind of on bad terms. Do we remember like he got pissed off that like, you know, the Jets didn't even offer him a contract, really? Like,
yeah, that was Joe Douglas and freaking what's his name over there, though.
So, I understand. I get that, but they traded him away. Could have signed him for 2 years, $15 million. That's what Denver signed him for. Could have had him for that much. Yeah. Instead, you trade him away. You go after Hassan Reddick, and then you end up giving him 1 year, $15 million, and lose the third round pick.
That was garbage. That was horrible.
So I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't want to come back. I don't know what his internal motivations are and stuff like that.
But he would solve a lot of those problems, man, because he could set the edge and play the inside like no other. You know,
let's say so what's the contract he's going to get? Probably around $215, like the same thing he got last time.
Something like that, maybe like $8-9 million a year.
You don't think other teams that are like in the playoff hunt like want a player like him in the building?
I mean, they may.
What
if Denver wants to hold on to him?
What was that?
What if Denver wants to hold on to him?
Well, yeah, I mean, they'd have to. He's still going to hit the open market. He's not going to tag him.
But I do
market regardless, unless they resign him before the market even hits.
Yeah, but I see
I would. I just don't see him as a realistic option. I tried keeping this list as realistic as we could, because again, I just don't see why JFM would want to come back. People like Jeff fans want to pretend like these players like leave on like these like outstanding terms. Like let's make a coming home video for him.
You may have to pay the jet tax for him. Maybe give him a couple mil more. Say, hey, we're sorry for what we did. Come back home. You know what I'm saying? So if he's getting like 2 for 15, maybe we offer 2 for 18. Get it done.
Yeah.
And dude, he brings leadership to the team. He's a vet, and he's a damn good player.
But I think more than anything else, though, I think he just wants to win. Like, so I mean, like
you don't come to the Jets to do that. That's for sure.
And he's a winning player. Like when he was here, we were winning. We
weren't really winning, but we weren't this bad. You're right.
I mean, we were winning on defense. We weren't winning on offense. That's the problem. So I mean, let's go a little different route. I don't want to mirror it completely like I did with my other one. But let's say we do go with Tim Settle,
Okay.
and
It's going to be a little cheaper route.
a little bit of a cheaper route, but still going to cost you about
11.
Probably closer to like 7 to 9 million a year, 7 to 11. So let's just again, we're talking jet tax here with life
9
players.
million.
Huh?
9 million. Set it up.
2 years, 18 million.
Yeah.
All right. So like when I did this before, I got Logan Hall as like a true like defensive end type player, like in a 3-4. This one's going a little bit of a different route where you're getting
a true nose tackle,
more of a run stuffer, deep nose tackle type.
Bro.
What was that?
We're getting a fatty.
Yeah,
good defensive tackle.
But I still think like they can use some help with behind him too.
Well, you
like he's no Chris Jenkins. What?
You go draft now.
Well, yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning. And listen, again, we're going like top of the depth chart here. We're not filling out a 53-man roster. So then we get to linebacker. I put Devin Lloyd's name up here. He's not coming.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Alex Anzalone, like everyone's saying. Most likely, you're going to give him 2 years, $15 million.
What up?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, so it's definitely not Devin Lloyd. He's not coming here. I like Quay Walker a lot. But that's going to be another player that's probably going to cost you a pretty penny.
Alex Anzalone, bro.
Yeah, and I get it. That's the guy everyone wants. Like
he's a good player.
He's a good player, and he's going to come here just because the Aaron Glenn connection.
Yeah.
But with a lot being said,
I would
like the Jets to explore a younger option, but I'm with you. I think it's going to be he's going to be the guy just because of his familiarity with Glenn.
It's going to cost you 2 for 15 right there, bro. 7.5 per.
I still think the Jets are going to pay a Jets tax, bro. the Jets are going to be paying so much in taxes. It's going to be crazy, bro. Like, but you want to say you want to say he gives Aaron Glenn the Jets discount?
He does us a favor. He gives us the Jet discount this time.
He gives them the Paisan discount.
Yeah, he gives them the Paisan.
2 years, $15 million.
Yeah, unlimited pizza too.
There you go.
Yeah, I say we bring him in, and then again we're going to address through the draft the rest. I mean, and then we're going to definitely need a safety, dude. And
we're getting there. So I think there's actually a situation where the Jets actually double dip.
2 safeties?
Yeah. And the 2 names that I like a lot here on this list, Kam Curl.
I know you like Kam Curl a lot.
I like Reed Blankenship too, and I think that'd be a smart move. I think that's a player that's like a winning type of player. Won Super Bowls with the Patriots, the Eagles. It's getting hard to get like a winning like type of player to come to such a loser. You know,
you have to draft those players, bro.
Well, you got to draft those players,
and we ruined them too. Bro, we ruined it. Poor Quinnen, man. That guy was like one of the best players ever come out of Alabama. I mean, that guy was roaring, and then, I mean, he couldn't stand being on the Jets anymore.
Who was that?
Quinnen Williams.
Well, he gave it there. He gave it his best.
He did. I'm just saying.
His best shot, man. Like you can only lose so much.
How much you think Cameron Curl's going to cost?
Probably 3 years, $36 million. Probably what I'm going to say there.
All right, so let's go there.
And then I think they go.
Double dip here?
What was that?
You gonna say double dip?
Yeah, and I think they're gonna go Melifonwu as well.
I mean, I've been hearing Ashton Davis.
Yeah, Ashton Davis is like a role player. I mean, you can bring him in for like a cheap deal if you want. But Melifonwu is actually, talk about connections. We've been talking about it a little bit here. Worked with Brian Duker in Miami. Worked with Aaron Glenn in Detroit. He's been around these guys for a while.
So he's another. He's another Glenn guy.
He's multifaceted. He can play up top. He can play in the box. Can move around. And if you do something like this, you kind of get 3 guys that can do all of that in the safety position. Because seen, what's the name over there? Moore. Malachi Moore.
Malachi Moore, yeah.
Yeah. But I couldn't think of his name for a sec. He's been showing that he can do that in his first few years. Kam Curl can definitely do that. Curl's not so much of a deep safety kind of guy, but he's just like a all over the field kind of safety.
And he's also a good run stopper too.
Yeah.
He's good at stopping the run. He'll come up into the box like a linebacker and just like shut you down.
And Melifonwu you could probably get on a relatively reasonable deal, a 2 years, $16 million type of thing. Again, it's not cheap, but the Jets have ignored this position for fucking far too long. Time to finally get it right with a couple of guys back there that know what they're doing in the system. And if you get the back end of this defense figured out as the safeties,
that's pretty good.
And everything else that we're talking about doing with this defense, you're talking about a defense that could rise up to the middle of the pack.
No, I agree.
And with good coaching, maybe it can get up there, but we got to see what the good coaching can really turn into.
Yeah.
All these other names, I kind of like peeked out a little bit that I was looking at. Jalen Thompson, I like him too. I don't know. I just Kam Curl kind of like hits me as like a guy that really can be had. Got to pay him a little premium than others are going to give him, and you can get a dynamic safety who's still very, very young into the building. And again, if Melifonwu just comes off as a guy that just screams connection. Let's get him in the building. He knows everyone. He knows a lot of people here already. Let's keep this thing rolling. Any other guys at the safety position that you
the other guy was who's the other kid from the Rams?
He's re-signed.
Oh, they re-signed him?
Yeah.
So I know he was out there. Kam Curl is the one I've been thinking of. I definitely wanted to listen, if they don't go with there is a possibility where I see Ashton Davis coming on the Jets because he has familiarities with that kid from Miami. So, and plus he's been with us before. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could probably get him in here, and it's probably going to cost like $2 or $8 million. It's not going to be much. Like, he can come at that money if he really wants to.
Yeah,
I don't give a crap.
I mean, honestly, there's no other. I mean, there was some rumblings, maybe a cap hit or a casualty cut from what's his name over there. Oh man, I got to think of his name. Safety from Cincinnati. What's his name? Bates. He might be getting casualty cut, so that you might be able to get him too, or trade for him.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. Listen, they're going to be looking at all these things, dude. Because you know what? At the end of the day, let's say you can't get a Kam Curl because you don't want to play for the Jets, but you can trade one of your fourth round picks for Bates. It'll be a casualty cut for them. Boom, we bring him in. We got our safety. I mean, he's making what, like $15 million a year? Possibility.
Possibly. I don't know.
It's gonna be. Listen. Whatever they're doing, it's not gonna
and
be.
Bates with Atlanta now. He's not with Cincinnati anymore.
I forget where he was. One of the teams. They're gonna end up cutting him.
That's what I was saying. Why would Atlanta get rid of him though? I mean, are they in cap shit? Like, is that the problem there?
That's what I've been hearing.
We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of options.
I forgot we have also
with everything we've done so far. Guess where we're at so far.
Probably like around 60, 55, 60. We're at 70 mil.
73. Yeah.
Oh, we're done.
Huh?
We got 17 left. That's for the draft.
17 left for the draft, but we restructure these contracts in a way that not as much of a year one hit.
So we make one more move right here.
Yeah. So like a lot of people are acting like we need to ignore corner, but I don't necessarily think that's the right approach to this whole thing.
You need to bring a corner in.
You need to bring a corner in. We don't know what Azariah Thomas is going to do in year 2. We don't know his health situation. Let's be real. He only played like 3 or 4 games last year, and he already missed a lot of time. Options here: Razul Douglas, Sante Samuel, Kader Kohu are kind of names that pop up a little bit.
Kader Kohu.
Unpopular opinion, probably because of his age,
Oh.
but I want to bring in Razul Douglas here. Get him on the pretty cheap. He's a little older of a player, 31 years old, 32 years old, whatever he is.
I give you 1 or 2 years.
Give you 1 or 2 years. He doesn't prevent a guy like Azari Thomas from getting his hands on the starting job and taking it. He kind of gives you some Brandon Stevens insurance because Brandon Stevens kind of be a little bit inconsistent at times. I like Kohu from a standpoint of he could play nickel, he can play outside, he can play a little bit of everywhere, so just gives you another dynamic option there as well. But Razul Douglas has a knack for getting his hands on the ball and actually catching it, something the Jets defense didn't do once last year. So I think that's like a premium thing that Jets need to figure out. They just need to find somebody who's got a knack for getting the ball away. Another name to want to get crazy, and we were talking about this the other night on a Dane show, was Alontae Taylor. I just don't see Saints letting him walk out of the building. But
aren't they in cap hell too, though?
What was that?
Aren't they in cap hell anyway? They may have to, but they always figure it out anyway.
They'll figure something out. Everyone else figures shit out. We're always the ones that can't figure shit out.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So,
I mean, here's another position they're probably going to address in the draft too, Anthony. I mean, don't be surprised with those four first picks we have. 3 are predicated to the defense, maybe even all 4. I mean, I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I can't see that. You can't pretend offense doesn't exist.
No, I get it.
I think the smart way to go about it is attack defense and free agency as much as you can, and then
build an
offense in the draft where you can. So Razul Douglas should probably get him 2 years. We'll call it $24 million. Call it what it is, whatever.
And then we're left with $5 million.
Yeah, but you move money around.
I know. They will.
Like,
it's not our money anyway. Who gives a shit?
Like the Kwity Paye contract, the 4 years, $80 million. Like, you can do fancy shit where that's only like $5 million in the first year. Like, we've seen it happen so many times.
A year 2 of like friggin' almost $200 million in cap.
Yeah, like they might do something where it's like $5 million the first year, and then year 2 it's like a $30 million cap hit, $35 million cap hit, so it evens out. But so that's it. We fixed the Jets defense.
Bam, boom. What does it look like?
Huh?
Oh, you didn't do the depth chart with it or no?
Well, I gotta put something together for that.
All right. No
I'll put something up for that. I can't do that shit on the fly. But listen, when you talk about it, we can just go down the depth chart. Really, you got Marcus Mariota playing quarterback.
Right.
Should we talk about Breece Hall?
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't even talk about Breece Hall. You got to bring him back.
They're going to tag him $11 million. So
not what 11. It's going to be 14 on a tag.
Franchise tag. Transition tag is 11.
I don't think but if you transition tag, then you run the risk of either losing them or signing them long term.
You think someone's going to pay more than $11 million for him?
Possibly. I mean, you got a team like KC that may come into the picture.
They're picking top 10 in the draft. If they were going to
that kid Love, huh?
I think transition tag because then Jets have an option to match any offer though.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to bring him back. He's gonna, like you said, $11 million. Now, so you got to bring him back. He's definitely coming back. They cannot see. That's another question you said like right in the beginning. What should the Jets go target in 2026 free agency? Is it win now or rebuild? To them, it's win now. They need to bring Hall back. So that is a must, and he is not leaving that building.
So you got Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis. Your receivers are still Mechie, Mitchell, Wilson. Your offensive line
is intact.
We brought back AVT, and then everyone else stays the same.
Right.
Your defensive line, Briggs, brought in Settle to play nose tackle. Still have Harrison Phillips. Your linebackers, you got Kwity Paye and Will McDonald on the outside. You got Jamian Sherwood still in the middle and Alex Anzalone right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then safeties, you got Kam Curl and Melifonwu on the back end. And then Roswell Douglas, Brownlee, Azari Thomas, Brandon Stevens all playing corner. I can put together like a depth chart.
That's not too bad at all.
It's not bad, but
it's only
paying a lot of money to fix problems that that's what happens. You miss in the draft. This is what you got to do, and that's kind of been the recipe for the Jets for far too long. Is just missing on those day 2 picks. The good teams hit on those day 2 picks, day 3 picks.
Yeah, and turn these players
turn their roster around.
Quality players, doesn't have to be.
Jets always find themselves in a situation where their first round picks are the only good players, and they are forced to bring them back or let them walk or get some draft capital, and they're always picking the draft capital route. But like the good teams, they'll take that draft capital route, but then they'll have an infusion of those day 3 picks that can still play football and kind of hold it over for a little while.
It's called coaching them up, bro.
It's called coaching. It's called know what the fuck you're doing, which the Jets obviously just do not. All right. After all that, we're going to do a mock draft. Oh, what the fuck is going on here?
How are we doing this one? What do we want to do on this one?
What do you mean?
Like, are we doing any trades or we're going straight?
We can do whatever. We can if we feel like we need to trade.
So let's do this mock draft. Let's go slow though. At least the first round up to our pick. Because I have a possibility very similar to what we did the last time. This time we're picking players to play. I'm not taking any projects, like quarterback projects in the first 2 rounds. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
Because they need players to play. They can't. They don't have the luxury.
We could control the Raiders too and just let them pass on Mendoza.
No, we're not doing that.
Alrighty.
Enter the draft.
All right.
So we're up.
Second overall pick. We're not trading here. That's just I just don't think it's gonna be possible. Let's be real.
Listen, we'll be surprised if a trade doesn't come through here. People come up for some players. You got probably like one of the best.
Who's the player you think that people are gonna trade up for?
Arvell Reese.
Okay, so let's say you're trading up for Arvell Reese. Why are you trading up for him?
Why are you trading up for him? Because you need that player.
Well, understand you need that player. That's why you. But why specifically do you feel the need to trade up for Arvell Reese?
Because his ceiling is like so high. All right, he's like probably the blue chip of this draft. One of the reasons. Second reason is he is possibly the next. What's his name over there from friggin' Green Bay? What's his name over there?
Well, they all do draft comps. Every player has a draft comp.
Oh, but let's say Micah Parsons. I mean, there's a reason to come up to get this guy.
But so does he differentiate himself from Ruben Bain or David Bailey?
Yes.
In what way?
Because he's more of like that linebacker press.
I think what I'm trying to get to is
really good against the run. I mean, listen, he's a beast.
No, I get it. I think what I'm trying to get at is
there's 3 players up there that no one's going to really.
3 players that are all first off playing similar positions. If you get them, they're going to do the same thing more or less. They're all pass rushers to some degree. David Bailey is just a pure edge pass rusher. Arvell Reese is a pass rusher in different degrees. I think he's better suited as an off-ball linebacker that can be a pass rusher on certain situations. And then Ruben Bain, especially in a 3-4 type of front, kind of comes in as an ideal 3-4 defensive end in this whole scheme. So, or just like a 4-3 defensive end, like kind of
more of a 4-3 guy, no?
He is, but he can play 3-4 defensive end as well. He's not going to be a 3-4 outside linebacker. He's going to be a 3-4 defensive end.
No, for us in this situation, I don't think Ruben Bain's the guy to go with.
No.
I think it's going to have to be either Arvell Reese, possibly David Bailey. I'm not saying because they both can play that kind of same. But I'm more leaning towards Arvell Reese. Or if you really want to get pretty, trade back. Now, let's just take Arvell Reese. They're not trading.
You can't trade back is the thing. I just don't think it's going to be possible.
You're right. let's just
I
take
think the
our
Jets would love to trade back like 3 or 4 spots.
Oh yeah,
And then
Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles. I'm down for that.
yeah, I think that they would love to do that, but I just don't think it's gonna be possible. They're gonna stick and
let's
pick.
take Reese here, Arvell.
I think it's gonna be.
Slow it down.
I think it's what it's gonna be.
Oh, I went
What?
too fast. Let me see. All right. Let's see
I know why you want to do like some sort of trade shit.
Yeah, I want to trade up.
All right.
All right. No, that's.
I can just hit back. Chill.
All right.
It's not like the draft's gonna change. The Raiders aren't gonna. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Come on, what are you doing over here?
There you go.
All right, where's the fucking speed button? What'd they do with the speed button? Oh, here. Go slow, and I can always adjust it. All right, start draft. Okay, and those went 1. Okay, so what are you trying to trade up for?
So I want to look at the 8th.
Well, what position are you trying to get? One of the receivers?
Either one of the receivers or Sonny Styles. No, or Caleb Downs. Okay. I'm looking more towards receiver, 100%. I want Malachi Lemon.
So so Caleb Downs is probably floor 5. Is 9. That's like a floor. So where are you looking?
Pick?
Huh?
Who's got the 9th pick?
Chiefs, but he's not making it there. I can see him going anywhere 5 to.
We got to go to number 8. Who's got the number 8 pick?
Saints.
That's who we're making our deal with. Oh wait,
Saints.
So
if he makes it to 8, you want me to pause? And trade up?
Yeah.
All right. So Arvell Reese here.
Arvell, yep.
Now where's the fucking pause button? Here we go. Ruben Bain.
3.
David Bailey.
4.
Carnell Tate.
5.
Caleb Downs.
Okay, 6.
Sonny Styles. So you want to trade 8 from Malachi Lemon? Is I assume what you want to do now?
Yes. Let's go. Let's send our pick 16 and pick 44. And for their pick, I don't know, their first pick, what do you want to think? Want to get another 4th rounder, maybe? Try a 4th rounder? Get a 4th rounder. Let's try it. You think we'll get it or no?
Fucking rat bastards.
They don't want a deal?
There you
go. And now you know what to do.
Lemon?
Yeah. And then I want to stop at, we'll wait till 33, and we're going to trade that back a couple spots, see where we can fall back at. Recoup a pick.
All right, so I can speed this up a little bit?
Yeah, you can speed this up there. I'm not going to come back into the first round, and I don't want Ty Simpson either. You know, let me tell you something. There's a lot of talk about that might be happening at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that for a second. All right, so we got 33. Who's on the board before we even decide?
Caleb Lomu, Cisse, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, Dylan Kinnaman, Anthony Hill. Oh, so we got to keep in mind what we did in free agency. Like our defense is stacked. Like
right, we want offensive players. Any guards? Any big guards right now?
Manuel pregnant, but he's back a little bit.
Okay, so we got time for that one. So you know what? Let's see what the first trade packages are.
All right, so Vikings are the team that's. So you got Vikings, Lions, San Fran. Let's see what the Vikings.
How far we have to move back?
So if we got 49, 82, so 33 to 49, it's a 16 pick drop.
Anything on top of that?
Those are the teams. That's the earliest pick that's interested.
So
but you get 49, 82, and then you're gonna have You
So
got
82
some.
is a third rounder, right? So we equipped in a third rounder. Let's do it. Let's get a third rounder. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll just do that. So 49, 82, whatever.
Yep, let's do it. They move up, get their guy, and bam, trade accepted.
Chris Bell, Chris Lowe. What player were you looking at that spot? Just curious.
Well, we're gonna look in the market now. Let's look at guards. Let's look at some offensive linemen. Let's start with that. Let's look at a potential corner, maybe wide receiver. Well, we got a receiver. No. And we could also go defensive tackle, nose tackle. Anybody good here? Is there any fatties here?
Coleon.
Of course, there's a Corleone. There you go. Much better. I can see this better. All right. So these are your fatties here. I mean, what's up with this guy? Who's this Warren kid? Or safety now?
You know what? Actually,
What?
we're talking corner a little bit. I don't know if you could really. I didn't really see his name until just a second ago. I don't know if you could really ignore D'Angelo Pons and what he did in the college football playoffs for Indiana. He was a pretty nice weapon for them.
He's ranked right where he's supposed to be ranked too. 55.
Yeah.
Go for it. Let's go. Bring in a corner. I'm cool with that.
I think he has some versatility where he can play some safety too. Like he can just kind of be like a jack of all trades.
Hey, you need one of those Swiss Army knives in the defense. You know, it's good to have them. We got a couple. Even Brownlee's like that. Can we go? There you go, bro. Connor Lou. Bring in your center, bro.
Oh,
Actually, you know what? Hold on one second. This is our third rounder.
yeah.
Well, we got time for quarterback. I mean, we could. I mean, if you want, man. Trinidad Chambliss. I don't know.
He's not coming out though. They didn't update that.
All right. So here, I mean, honestly, I mean, you can go with the center. I mean, this is a good time to get a center, good value.
I like Connor Lou a lot, so hard to ignore.
And here we are again. I don't want a tight end. How's this kid? Jonah Coleman.
I like him a lot. I don't think he's gonna make it to day 3.
Oh no,
It's home run for third round of the draft.
I mean, if it's up to you, if you want to grab a running back here, or do you think we have other needs? I mean, listen. What about a guard? Well, no, we just took a center.
Yeah, we just took a center.
So we're good there. I think we'll wait to the next round to get our quarterback. What about
We got a few rounds. 82 to 161.
Oh shit. You want to take our quarterback? What do you think? Fuck it, let's take a quarterback. You know what? I want to take what's his name? Alar. He's in the back room. He's hanging out with Mariota and what's his name over there? What's his name? Taylor. Who knows? Frank Reich may make him into something. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy had first round potential last year. Top 5 pick, maybe.
Yeah, and then he had a bad year.
Yeah, it happens. Would you trade? Let me ask you a question. I know it's not going to happen, but would you trade your number 2 pick overall to Houston for Stroud right now?
No.
You don't want no part of Stroud?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I hear you. What about 16? 16, I would.
No.
You think he's garbage now?
And he looked really shook in the playoffs, and
Yeah, he didn't look too good. Any linebackers, bro? We need some linebacker help, maybe. You know what's funny, man? Like these names don't do nothing to me. It's so late in the draft.
We'll go with Dane favorite.
Let's do it. Who's he like?
He's an Oregon guy.
So go
We'll
for
go
it.
Bryce Bocher.
Yeah, bring him in. Why not?
It's a reach, but we're getting to that tail end. I've
That's
not
how
done
it is
enough.
down here, bro.
Huh?
That's how it is down here anyway.
Did we go running back yet?
No. Want to go for running back? Bring one in.
What the heck?
No, it's right on top. HB.
Oh,
Like
running
that.
back.
Yeah. 163. Anybody good here? Rashul is on.
Jamari Taylor.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Oh god, again.
No, we got nice.
Let's go another linebacker.
Let's
Did
do
we
it.
get a linebacker or no?
LSU, man. Let's go. We did get one. But bring him in. As an LSU player, you can't beat
Linebackers
that.
were so bad last year. We need to draft as many as we can find.
It's like throwing a dart. Not bad.
What
What do we got, Ray?
They didn't like D'Angelo Pons. I would have went Emmanuel McNeil Warren at some point, but we like loaded up at safety.
Yeah, true.
So that's the only reason why I didn't even consider him.
It's not a bad draft.
Got an F. That's good. Dane will not be happy. I gotta send him this report card. But anyway.
Why we got an A minus for Arvell Reese, not an A?
I don't know.
Great. That's dumb.
Not
something different?
They probably want to pick Bailey or like Caleb Downs because they use the pre-draft rankings and stuff like that.
No.
Like he's ranked the third player. I don't know, stupid.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense. Not bad.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right, man.
It's won the draft.
A great day. And next week, let's start watching some of this combine stuff. Something, to get into.
I think the first day is the 28th, so it's that Saturday.
Okay.
I think Friday is actually the first official.
How long is that for? It's a whole weekend, right? The combine?
Yeah, it's like 27th to 2nd or something like that.
And then what? And then free agency starts the 13th?
I think the 17th is the official start.
Oh. Really? It's tampering,
Yeah, but only the Jets got screwed with that, with the Anthony Barr.
Oh, that guy that was a guy from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
So officially starts on March 11th. And then legal tampering is March 9th. So
free agency starts the 11th of March.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not that far away, dude.
We'll be live on the 10th, like right in the middle of
so we might be now.
Window.
Nice.
We'll kind of be like.
We should go live on draft on the instead of doing it that Tuesday, we should do it on that Wednesday for that week.
We gotta keep consistent for.
Okay, got it.
But we can go on the 11th if there's anything that's signed. We can go on
do a half hour, jump off a half hour, maybe something like that.
Yeah, announcing, give breaking news. Give us your
breaking
best Adam Schefter impression.
We just signed Marcus Mariota.
We'll throw one of these out there. Hold on. So we got some breaking news coming in.
Oh.
But yeah, no, we can get creative with that.
It'd be funny.
And it says Honey's podcast. Let's go live.
That's what I'm saying. That's for the draft, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
we should go live at Honey's. You think they'll set us up?
I think, you know what? If we bring our equipment, I think we got a chance, dude.
They're not going to provide us with the equipment?
I'll bring my laptop. You bring your stuff, and we'll do it from there live.
Do we bring the selfie stick? Honey's selfie stick?
100%. Well, Enzo will definitely bring the selfie stick. No, you know what? No, Uncle John will bring the selfie stick. you be in charge of the selfie stick.
All right.
Hey guys, how you doing? Bam.
He'll
All
just
right,
take,
man.
he'll just take the whole video over his phone.
Oh, forget
Anyway.
it.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one.
I'll put together like a little like thing so we can kind of rehash it, like what we did, like depth chart, especially with the draft included as well. So we see how everything landed. And again, like what we did is probably unrealistic, but I think who knows what this freaking regime wants to do this year. They're gonna have to do as much as possible to make sure everything works out for them.
When free agency starts, man, you're gonna know a lot what's gonna happen. I mean, does Woody want to even spend money? How about that? Did you ever think of that? Yeah, I mean, he has no choice. I mean, they need a team. You know, was he not going to come out and spend money this year?
Yep. So that's the avenue. Like I would really like for Woody to kind of get his hands dirty in, but that's where it gets a little dicey because then you get bad reputation.
100%, you'll get a bad reputation. It's like he never gave these guys a chance by doing that. You know, especially you know what? I kind of like Muji. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to like him. I mean, if he pulls out, let me ask you a question. Let's say this draft he nails it. Let's say he nails this draft, and these players are good, but the coaching is really stinky.
Well, let me be real with you though. Like a lot of people love Muji for like whatever reasons, but like he completely whiffed in day 3 of the draft. Like there's not.
It wasn't his. They brought him in late though, Ant. I mean, this is his first real year.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
But
with his scouts,
I understand, but he still like he was also like in the scouting background as with Denver, so he should have known more or less. And I understand GMs don't do all the scouting, fine, whatever. But he kind of whiffed on day 3. Like was a complete, tell me a player on day 3 that you think is going to be on the roster next year. There's not many.
No, none. Maybe Malachi. Well, Malachi Moore was 4th round, right?
Okay, so 3rd round maybe, whatever. So let's say him, but that's it. I don't. I mean, probably get Arian Smith here, but I don't think he's going to be here.
Nah, you guys garbage, bro.
The 2 defensive players, Kiko was okay. Barron was okay.
Whatever.
Barron was terrible. Kiko.
They got lucky with the punter. We got an all-pro punter, bro.
So I guess what I'm trying to get at is like we just don't know. Like he took flyers on a couple players with some big signings or big trades with Juwan Briggs. That was a big one. Brownlee was a big one. Whatever. Got a little creative there. I appreciate him for that. But the only other thing he did was trade away key players. He brought in good trades. He got in good hauls, and Membu was a good sign draft pick. Whatever.
A second tight end, Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor looks good, okay, but we don't know what he is yet. I mean, he showed some flashes. But are you sure he's like your number 1 tight end next year? No, but he showed some flashes. Again, I just think it comes down to I don't know what Muji is either. This year more than anything is probably the year where you get a little more of a grip on him. Like they cannot whiff on day 3 like they did last year.
No,
they need every single bit of help that they can get.
Dude, out of this draft, what do you have? How many picks? 12? We said 12 picks, 11.
Well, we didn't pick them all. We stopped at the 5th round.
How many do we have altogether? 11 this year.
That we made?
No, the Jets in general. How many draft picks?
I think they have like 14 or so, something like that.
14 picks?
14 or 12, something like that.
All right, so let's just say 12. Okay. I think they need to at least bring in 5 starters out of this draft. I don't care how they start. I don't care where they start. Like if you could find a gem, if you could trade up into the 3rd round and bring in a gem linebacker in, someone like who knows where this kid came out of. I mean, that would be huge for him. You know what I'm saying? But that's the stuff they need to do. They need to hit on some of those late picks, like you said. Good rotational pieces, especially on that defensive line, if they're going to rotate in or out. Nose tackles late, you know what I'm saying? 3rd, 4th, 5th round guys, guards.
Yeah, I just looked up. They have 12 picks. So
yeah.
But
we need at least 5 starters out of this draft.
I think use some of those 12 picks to get veteran guys in here. Is like what I was saying before. Get a few veterans in here. Do that whole pick swap thing you did last year a couple of times. It worked out. Like send like a 5th for a midway decent wide receiver and a 6th or whatever, something like that. just to get another body in the building. Because they're gonna need some help. Like they have no third round pick, which is a killer too.
Yeah. I think they will recoup a third round pick this year, though. I think them trading that 33rd pick is going to come up like that. Like how we did ours, we traded back like 12 spots, 15 spots.
Yeah,
still in the second rounder, and then we ended up getting
33 to 49 is what we did. So went 16 spots back.
And we ended up getting a third rounder for it. So it might be worth it.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro. I'll put something together for next week so we can see how this all shaked out, and then we'll start talking a little bit more about free agency and how the combine. We won't even know the combine yet. Just another little catch up. And I'll try and see if we can get another guest on here in a little bit. So we'll see how things go.
Go Jets.
Right, talk to you later. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go Jets.
Go Jets.